Alright, hi everyone. So my name is KellieH, and today I have the pleasure of introducing EricaP. Erica is a senior majoring in wildlife conservation, and today she's going to be talking to you guys about sustainability in a disposable world and giving back to the earth. So this is a really important topic for all of us because we use a lot of the earth's resources on a daily basis, and it's really important for us to give back. So Erica, a little bit about her, is she's the president of the Virginia Tech Wildlife Society, and she's also part of something called the Green Graduates here at Virginia Tech, and what that basically means is that she has pledged to live a healthy green lifestyle, which basically includes using reusable resources and recycling and different things like that. So giving back to the earth and not taking as much from it than we need to. She's more than qualified to talk to you guys about this today because she has taken numerous wildlife classes that have discussed sustainability in great detail. So please help me welcome Ms. EricaP.
Thank you, Kelly, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here this afternoon. Today, as Kelly said, I'll be talking to you about sustainability. You may have heard about sustainability before and thought that it might just be like one of those tree-hugging, hippie ideas that, oh, let's save the world before we destroy it. But I can assure you, it's a little bit more than that. So sustainability has a few aspects that might not be super obvious when you first hear about it. So today I'm going to talk to you about what sustainability is, why it's important, and then I'll tell you what it means to me and what it means for our future. So let's first look at the definition of sustainability. If you look on the web or on the internet, you can find so many different definitions. But looking at an environmental definition, it's the quality of not being harmful to the environment or depleting natural resources, and therefore supporting long-term ecological balance. The way I interpret this definition is that what we take to use, we must give back. So you cut down a tree, go plant 2 more. It's kind of like compensation, but not quite, because when you plant 2 new trees, they don't quite give you as much at the moment as what one big tree would. It's all about giving back so that future generations can experience the awesomeness that is our home planet. So there's many organizations out there that touch on sustainability, so like the Environmental Protection Agency, Sustainable Blacksburg. I want to look at the EPA first because it's one of the big government agencies. They do a lot with sustainability. They do this by developing and enforcing regulations given by Congress, giving grants to researchers, studying environmental issues, sponsoring partnerships between businesses and government agencies, teaching people about the environment, and publishing information so that the public can stay informed about issues and policies that are going into place. If you visit their website and look at their Sustainable Practices tab, there you can see a lot of cool things that are happening right now. They've got green infrastructure, green engineering, and even green chemicals. If you have noticed the new engineering building that we have on campus, it's actually LEED certified, which means that it has followed a set of criteria that actually reduce the amount of energy and water that it uses and can therefore be considered LEED, which it's like the leadership in engineering something that I don't remember right now. Other steps that the EPA takes, they help develop processes for products to be created that are green, and they, for green chemicals, makes them less hazardous so they're easier to dispose of. For the non-governmental side, there are think tanks that help businesses put into practice more sustainable methods. There are also local groups that rally their citizens to create a better community that they live in. The one that I would like to touch on is Sustainable Blacksburg. They're a community organization that wants to facilitate environmental stewardship through to reduce the impact on a local and global scale. Their 3 main goals are to initiate and promote sustainable practices, to encourage other organizations, and distribute information to its residents so that they can be more informed about being sustainable. according to their website, there's so many things that you can do within your own home to make it sustainable and less wasteful. One of the things is recycling. Blacksburg has actually gone to a one-stream recycling system, which means you can throw all your recyclable things into one receptacle and it will still get recycled. Unlike previous years where you have to separate all the different things out, the different plastics, glass, aluminum. Now you can just throw it all into one place and it's done. Another way is to work on your water usage. Fixing the leaky faucets, sink faucets, and making your shower shorter actually reduce your footprint and reduce how much water you waste. Just being wasteful, I guess. And the third method, which I really like, is composting. Composting is really easy. It's kind of harder if you're in an apartment, but it's really easy. You just throw out all the things that decompose easily, like food products. And my parents actually started composting about 2 or 3 years ago, and they tell me how much less trash bags they take to the dump since they started composting and recycling. You make so much less waste when you do these things that it does make a difference. And plus, who doesn't like having great soil to put on your garden for fresh veggies? So sustainability affects our daily lives, even with things that might seem totally unrelated. Like the food you eat obviously is kind of related, but clothes you wear come from cotton, which comes from plants. The houses that you live in, the lumber, just everything that you can think of in this room maybe come from something that may or may not be sustainable. So last summer, little story for this little topic. Last summer I met a boat captain and we got to talking about life, and he went on to tell me that he likes to go lobster fishing when he's down in the Gulf of Mexico. And the way he does it is not quite in line with all the protocols and regulations that they have set up for personal lobster fishing. If you know anything about marine fisheries, you'd know that they haven't really been sustainable in the past, and there have been protocols put in place to protect the populations of the fish so that we can have future industry, future industries for later. And so there's fish and whatnot for us to eat. But back to the boat captain. I naturally made a face because I am a very good rule follower for the most part, and I didn't think that it was really cool that he was poaching lobsters. And I asked him if he thought about the fact that the lobsters that he was taking wasn't actually sustainable. And he kind of just nodded it off and just shrugged it off or whatever and said he didn't really care about that. But if you think about it, if he thinks that he's the only one doing that, there's a million, or maybe not a million, but there's hundreds of other people out there that think that they're the only one taking an extra few lobsters. And that's one of the reasons why the lobster populations are so low, and even the ones that we do catch, they're so small. So just mindset of the public is a big influencing factor when it comes to sustainability and conservation and such. So now that I've covered the what and the daily life applications of sustainability, I'm going to tell you why it's important to me. Looking back at Sustainable Blacksburg's mission, they talked about being stewards of the environment. Stewardship is really important because it's us taking the initiative to make something better. We have the power to take care of something. It is the careful and responsible management of something that is the steward's job. So making us the stewards of the world, because who else is going to do it? We're the ones making the mess. There aren't any other animals on this planet who have the brain power to actually think about cleaning up after themselves. So we're kind of the ones in charge who have to clean up what we've done. Some people are okay with putting off what we're doing to future generations, but I'm not, because it's our mess, so why can't we clean it up? Looking back at the definition that I gave you earlier, the quality of not being harmful to the environment or depleting natural resources and being supporting long-term ecological balance. Some people find this to be a flawed definition because they're like, this isn't really sustainable, this is only sustaining the problem, it's not really fixing anything. My My opinion on that is that Rome wasn't built in a day. People aren't going to change the way they live and their mindset overnight. You have to ease people into something so that they can get comfortable knowing that it's okay to do something like this. Like, it's okay to go cut down a tree, but maybe if you plant another one, you'd be better off in the future. Sustainability is more to me than just keeping the world as is. If we could make zero waste, we would clear landfills, or at least we'd stop filling landfills. Our water would be cleaner, our air would be cleaner, the whole world would actually be a lot healthier for everyone in all regions. Life as we know it would be better for everyone. We wouldn't just be sustaining our lives at that point, we would be improving them and making the world better. So I challenge you to think about for the next couple of days what you can do to be sustainable, or what you're not doing. Are you not recycling your plastic water bottle? Are you letting the water run in the kitchen while you're cleaning up? Just think, if everyone made an effort to change one thing in their daily life that made them more sustainable, think of how much that would change the world. Thank you for your time and patience, and I will take any questions at this point.